Hey, how are y'all doing? We got another great episode. I'm super excited. This is comfortable with being uncomfortable. TNT, two Nigs talking. We got Jay, and we have the honor to have Miss Monica Antoinette, Miss Karina at the Daycare and Rehabilitation Center. I got the chills. Miss Karina walked outside literally, and I'm gonna let her tell it if she can. Walked outside and she said whatever she said to me, and that's nothing but God. I love these women already, and I just want to give the floor to them and let them speak and tell you a little bit about what they got going on.
Well,
Miss
I'm a
Monica.
director at a daycare, and
Yes,
it's a STEM center for science, technology, engineering, and math.
yes,
And
ma'am.
we house over 100 kids that come and bless us with their
Mm.
presence every day.
Amen.
And my goal when I started here was literally just to make it as warm as I possibly could, is for you to drop feel like you were dropping your kids off to a family member.
Mm.
So essentially, I try to make it as fun as I possibly can
It
and
absolutely
warm.
do. And it absolutely is.
And I
Mm.
always tell her, when I eat, my people eat. So I was blessed with this position, and I'm blessing others with other positions
True.
and trying to bless little kids as well. Our center is dope. I don't have another word for it. It's dope. Like, our energy
Where,
here
where's
is
it?
very
Where's it out
dope.
of? Where's it out of? You want me
It's
asking?
in Texas. It's in Texas City by
Tejas.
Galveston. Not you're right. Not too
Mhm.
far from Galveston. And
Okay.
then we were blessed with his presence when he came through. I wasn't here that day.
All right.
But I was told, and I was like, you know what, that's a good opportunity to get on and try to get marketing out, as much as I could. If it's not for the daycare, then for people to see our energy, how we are.
I like what you said there. How you said to kind of get the word out there, and get eyeballs on it. I used to have a business out here in Cali. I used to own my own dealership for about 8.5 years. I was very blessed and driven to do that. And one of the things I always used to tell myself, because people thought I was crazy, I opened up my own business by the time I was 25 years old. No college degree, no college education, no money of my own. I use one of the best investment tools you can ever have, which is called OPM, other people's money. When people believe in you, they'll be willing to do whatever. They'll be willing to
Big
back you with
facts.
whatever, love and support, monetary value, food, what shelter, whatever it may be. And one of the things, to tie in what you said about just getting some exposure and eyeballs on it, about y'all energy and what y'all do, is I used to say, I ain't greedy, I'm needy. I need more people to know about me and what it is that I do in my service and my business, because
Mhm.
when you're selling a car, it's kind of a personal transaction. Also, like how you said, you make it a family affair when someone's dropping off their children to you, and instead of treating it like a business, you treat it like you would a human being. And
Mhm.
that's one of the things a lot of people lose touch with, is that they forget about that human connection. So I like how you said you need to expose people to that energy and y'all services and what you do. And that's very commendable too, man, to become, kind of grow in that field. Like you said, it's a STEM school: science, technology, education, and math. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. What was
Engineering and math.
engineering and math? Okay, there we go. But that's really dope, man. Applaud to you, beautiful ladies out there in Tejas, for putting it on for the daycare. That's cool, man. I appreciate y'all jumping on and giving some of your energy as well, man. That's really cool.
Absolutely. Hey, we have a parents' night out coming up on December 12th, and it's going to be Polar Express, and it's also going to be a STEM night. So if you're available, my friend, you need to drop by. It's going to be from, I think, 6 to 10.
Yes.
6 to 10.
Say less. Already wrote it down. I would love to join. I can't thank you, ladies, enough. Like I said, where's Miss Karina at? Is she back there?
Karina is
She
in the back.
can.
She ran.
Uh,
She
she
ran.
ran. So
She
I wanted her to
ran.
tell. Because just like my boy Jay said, people think we're crazy, but I wanted her to tell the story, but there's no need to. And I like to say, like, I don't have to prove myself to anybody, right? Nobody does. I prove this to my God and me, right? And this is all God that this is happening, right? And I cannot thank you, ladies, enough. From the bottom of my heart, I'm holding back tears. And you
It's
just
okay. Let
continue
them
to
out
do
if you
what you're
got to,
doing.
man.
Nah,
Let them
nah,
say, let them
No,
nah,
speak.
don't do
nah,
that,
no,
because I
nah,
don't have my
nah.
lash glue, so
This
don't
is
do
this
that.
is this is this is the tough man stage.
All right. All right.
And this is me like saying, I did it. I'm proud of me. You should
Mhm.
too. And if you need some help, come holler at me because I've done it. That's it.
Right.
If I could do it, anybody can do. I am no one special. Yes, I was young and wild and I was very confident. And I always showed love. I was never cocky. I'm always
Right.
confident. And that's what I tell people, to be confident in life and and stay focused, even if you got to cut everybody off, right? But
Mhm.
these ladies are amazing. I love them so much. Is there, because I know you're busy, is there anything else you guys want to say? Please say it now. Miss Antoinette, do you want to say anything?
I don't have anything to add,
Yes,
honestly.
you
I
do.
don't. I feel
Yes,
Come
you
like
on,
do.
sprinkle us,
See,
Look,
because
let
girl.
me
she's
tell
shy.
you. Let me tell you,
She's
Sprinkle
she's
us
being
with
shy,
that
girl.
modest.
something.
Let's
Come
talk
on.
about it. Let's talk
Hey,
about it.
you on here for a reason, baby. Go ahead and sprinkle us with it. Give us some seasoning, girl.
I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna tell.
what?
Tell it all the
When
way.
I came, I was the assistant director. I got blessed with this position. Um, she was in the classroom. She was our oldest 2-year-old teacher, but the girl is dope. She's a goat at everything that
Ooh,
she does, and that
that's
needs to
a
be the
go.
forefront in the biz. She is a goat at it. When I tell you she's good, she's good. And I wanted her to grow. And what did I tell you? If I eat, you eat.
She
If
did.
I move, you
She
move.
did. She put that stiletto on my neck, and that was it. I'm up here.
And
The
now she's up
stiletto.
here. She's spreading her joy in other ways. But where I move, she's gonna move. There's no doubt about it.
So
But
what
I
what
don't
kind of kids do you guys treat there? Like from what age to what age? You don't mind me asking. Sorry to cut you off.
18. No, you're fine. 18 months to 12 years old.
Okay, all right.
Don't y'all do
And
something with adults as well?
No,
No.
we
No,
just
just the
employ
kids?
them.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. We just
Uh,
employ them and help them grow up.
right, right.
amen.
Hey,
Amen.
that's
Amen.
commendable, man.
So that's
What
still,
made
so
y'all?
you are, though.
I
What?
mean, yeah, because I came from the school district. I did 20 years in special education, and I
Wow.
had prayed one morning in the shower, too much information, and asked God to show me my purpose.
Sometimes that's the best place to
And
pray, baby.
quiet.
Exactly. Hey,
And
that's
like,
exactly what I
what?
do. Exactly what I
About
do.
4 hours later, I got a phone call and was asked when was I going to be a director. And
Hey,
that's how my door opened to that. And I
hats
ended
off
up
to you.
coming here, meeting her, dragging her with me because I'm all about growth.
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't want nobody being my age trying to figure it out, so
Well, also at the same time, it's cool that you do that because it's like what you guys are doing, right? About how you said growth to tie into that. What you're doing is you're helping these kids grow from 18 months to 12 years, right? You're giving them a lot of positive energy, which sometimes kids need in their life. They need a positive role model. And not to say that maybe some of these kids aren't getting it at home, maybe they are, but sometimes the parents be so tuned out. That's why it's good that you make it like a family kind of bond because then they trust you with the kids and they trust that you
true.
give them some kind of positive energy. And how, like, you brought your friend in, you want to surround yourself around like-minded people. Like you said,
Right.
she's good. She's the goat. You know that
Right.
you bring her up, she's gonna bring you up, but you're gonna bring them kids up. It takes
True.
a village to raise a child, and
True.
and energy goes in and out, positive and negative. So it's great that both y'all could be there. You bring your friend along. You know that she's good people's. She's great at what she does. You did something else for 20 years. You asked for opportunity. God gave it to you. That's all energy. If you didn't have that right kind of energy, you wouldn't be there. So it's great that them kids have y'all too, man, from 18 months to 12 years old, man, to have y'all
Right.
up in there, blessing them. Hey, blessings and hats off to y'all, man, for real.
What I want to tell you too is like I don't look at us as a regular daycare. What I've been trying to implement from day one is things that we did in the school.
Okay,
The pillars of respect in the community. We're gonna try to do a word of the week, which responsibility, characteristics, citizenship, just things that we're trying to implement besides the STEM project is to teach them social skills and implement everyday things to
social
set us
skills,
apart from a daycare. So when they do go to school and they say, "Oh, they're from there,"
right?
that's what I want. So
Tying in
that's
what
what
you
we're
said,
trying
more
to go
eyeballs.
for.
That's how people know about your. When they say like, where these kids come from? Oh man,
Yeah.
they so educated, well behaved, this and that. And the next thing you know, it's like, oh, let's get some more kids over to that program because it's beyond just a daycare.
Right. And that's what we're looking for. And hopefully we'll get there. And our parents are awesome. I can't say anything bad about our kids. Our
Yeah.
kids, we
It's not
have a
a
good group.
it's not a hopefully. It's gonna happen. We gonna
Right.
manifest that today. If you don't mind, let's just do a quick prayer and get y'all out of here.
Absolutely.
Let's bow our heads. God,
Hmm.
thank you for Miss Antoinette, uh, Miss Monica, Miss Karina, Jay, um, in this moment of spreading joy and happiness and getting chills. we love everyone, and we just want us to all grow and be happy and love one another, all races, all colors, all sizes, so we can make this world a better place, Lord Jesus. Thank you so much just for giving us life, waking up this morning, because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here now. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen,
Amen.
baby.
Amen.
Here's Karina.
Oh, here's Karina.
Look at that. Look
Yes.
at that. Karina, tell them the story.
Oh, how
How
y'all
we met.
met. Come on, sit. Come on.
Oh, baby, I'm like a hot mess.
He don't care.
No, it's
He don't care. It's the podcast. Come on, it's just us. It's just him and come on.
Oh, he's
Come
It's
on,
just
girl.
Mommy's
us.
back down
Karina.
to cooking. Mommy's back to cooking. Good.
What's
It's
up, Miss
okay.
Karina?
There you go, girl. There she
What's up, Miss
is. Hey,
Karina?
Oh, turn
mama.
your meat off. Hey,
It
I'm
is
a hot
okay.
mess,
Just
y'all.
tell the people it's okay. You're working. So, thank you. How you doing this morning, Queen?
Good.
Good. It's a pleasure to see you. Okay. And I just want the people to know how we ran into each other. How did that happen?
Well, I was coming down the hallway and he was outside the door talking to somebody, and then I started talking to him and I was like, "Oh, well, we could help out and we could all like help you and speak up and stuff like that and join the podcast." So that's how it happened.
Hey, blessings, man. And we appreciate you taking
Randomly. Like
time out your busy
randomly. Like,
schedule to be here, man. Thank you.
mhm.
Yes,
Thank you for
sir.
that, Miss Serena. Absolutely. And don't worry, girl. It's okay. I'm looking like a hot mess too, girl. Don't trip. You know what I'm saying? We in there together, baby. We
Right.
getting better every day, though.
Right.
Don't
Right.
trip, Miss
Yeah.
Serena.
Right. And you
Yes.
are
Thing,
beautiful,
taking care of
Queen.
them kids.
And thank you so much, Queen.
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
see you soon. I've been coming by there all the time. I haven't seen you. I love y'all
Yeah, I'm
ladies so
busy
much.
ripping and running.
Hey,
I'm
hey,
always running.
and we know. We're gonna end on that. If we can get all you ladies back together, and thank you
Yeah, can
again,
we say
and
bye
then
to
we're
all
gonna
y'all
let y'all.
together, please?
Hey, bye,
Antoinette,
bye,
look.
my queens. She's
Bye.
shy.
Y'all
It's
have a
okay.
good one.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yes,
Hey, thank
ma'am.
you
We'll
for
see
taking
you
the
soon,
time,
baby.
ladies. We appreciate
Not a
y'all. Y'all stay
problem.
blessed.
Y'all have a good
Bye,
one.
baby.
Hey, you
You
have a
too.
Bye.
good too.
Thank you. That was dope.
No, that was dope, man. That was cool of
Now,
them to jump on real quick, man, and talk about their program, talk about the kids, man. That was hella dope.
now, what you want to talk about? Because we've been getting some good and bad feedback. It's kind of crazy. What do you want to say to the people, Jay?
You know what? I got the perfect thing. I didn't get a
And
chance
hey,
to talk
look,
about my own.
I'm gonna get up again because it's my show and go get some. Go ahead and talk.
All right,
Talk
go
to
ahead.
him. No, go ahead.
I
Talk.
want to. You can hear me though, right?
Yeah, I got my headphones
Okay.
out.
All
I'm
right.
just
All right. All
taking
right.
2 seconds, my guy.
So
I
I
just
didn't
got to
get a
get my
chance.
chronic. I couldn't do the chronic in front of the kids.
Well, well, man, I mean, maybe you shouldn't be doing it. Then what if the kids watch this episode? Maybe,
You're right.
maybe off, maybe off the camera real quick. You know what
I'm
I'm
gonna do
saying?
my big. I'm gonna do my big.
There we go. Okay, okay, that's a little
Go
better. You know what I'm saying?
ahead.
We got to think about the kids. What I want to talk about, speaking about kids, right, is I want to talk about adults. And I didn't get a chance to say it last time, but how you
Mm,
said feedback, positive and negative, right? I want to talk about something I heard in a song by Juvenile with the rapper D1 on it. He has a bar in the song where he says, "You ain't a OG, you a DG. That's a disappointing grown up." And I thought that bar was kind of cold, man. I thought it was dope because it really kind of reminisce with me a little bit about life and about growth and about how kids on their pathway to becoming adults, how they can either be an OG or a DG. Meaning, what? If you want to be a OG in the game of life, man, you got to play your cards a certain way. If not, you're going to end up being a DG, which is a disappointing grown up. It's okay to be maybe a disappointing child because you still have room to grow, but don't be no grown ass, old ass. I'm a curse, man. Fuck this shit. You can't be no old ass, grown ass, whole fucking old ass, retired ass nigga and hating all this negativity because you didn't get to where you wanted to in life. You disappointed with your life and where you at, so you want to give negative energy and negative feedback to people who are trying to do positive and on a positive pathway. Just because you couldn't do it, nigga, don't be mad at me or Low or anybody else because we doing it or we did it and are gonna do bigger and better things in life. When you take time out of your day to sit there and put out negative energy into the universe, you're just taking time away from yourself. And you're supposed to know yourself better than anybody else. But if you're trying to know me or trying to know Lo or trying to know this and trying to know that, you ain't knowing yourself. So I suggest any negative ass motherfuckers with some negative energy, just focus on yourself, man. Bless y'all. Focus on yourself, man. Don't be worried about what the next man's doing. Worry about what you're doing, man. Be an OG. Don't be a DG. Don't do that to yourself, baby.
Man, that I didn't say it, you guys. My boy Jay, motherfucker Hughes said it, and I didn't realize. Hey, I'm gonna bring it up real quick. I didn't realize he was eating a burrito yesterday, or when we did the last show. With the extra, I saw the sour cream dripping from inside your face.
Who, me?
Yeah, no, the other day he was eating a burrito.
No,
on the other show.
No, I think I was eating Greek yogurt. And I
Oh,
don't mind. I don't mind. Hey, I was eating some Greek yogurt with some blueberries, some cranberries.
so
and,
my homegirl thought you ate a burrito too. That's
no,
what.
no.
Yeah.
No, health is wealth, baby. I've been, don't get me wrong. Brother still got his Oreos. You know what I'm saying? Be eating my Oreos and that. But no, I've been on my real health wave, man. Just like you, I've always kind of been like that. Don't get me wrong. We enjoy our burritos and our tacos, but I was eating some Greek yogurt with some blueberry, some blueberries, cranberries, and some pumpkin seed, flaxseed granola. Because health is wealth, with some honey on it. Not the flavor. Because if anybody don't know, all that yogurt that y'all be eating, if it's just not the plain yogurt and it's like flavored yogurt, that shit got too much sugar in it, man.
You got to get that ooey, the OUI. If have you had that?
Yeah, that
it's about
fire,
it's 150.
But no, it's good. But what I do is I go to Costco and I get the grass fed Greek yogurt because it's low in fat and high in protein, and that's why I sprinkle in all my other stuff, man. Because health is wealth, man. A strong mind is a strong grind, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
When
you said DJ, I'm disappointed.
Yeah,
disappointed.
I'm telling you, hey, that bar was cold, dog. He said, "You ain't an OG, you a DG, you a disappointing grown up." I was like, "Ooh, that's cold." We back, boy.
I just think it's crazy how, this is my show, this is my dream, this was my passion. I sought out to do it. I didn't stop. My mama raised a double OG. She's a triple OG. You better put some respect on Gail Faith Weeks. Whether she alive or not, we ran San Diego.
No,
let's make that clear. We ran San Diego. Okay. Am I proud of that or any of the things that she did? No. I was a child. I was a baby at the time. I unfortunately had to see her run over a lady while her pimp PG got stabbed in the eye and his eyeballs hanging out the socket and his cousin shooting out the back seat. I'm 7 years old. And then at the same time, they shoot through the apartment not too far after. And if it wasn't for the wood, in the couch, I would have got killed. And then I ran in the tub or the shower in my mom's room, hiding. And people wonder why, they ain't been through that. They didn't been through that. But I had to go through that phase to get through this thing called life now. Because I like to say we all have a superhero talent. I have a couple that I know about. I am a chameleon. I can adapt to every situation. Whether you want me to be that hood guy, whether I'm very professional and articulate, or I could be whatever. And I can peep game, everywhere. I can peep game, and I know Jay knows because his daddy was the biggest pimp too.
Hey, while you talk about your mama was a triple OG, pops was a quadruple OG. You know what I'm saying? he the big stepper, big team wagwan, bumba clot. No, I'm just playing, man.
That's the first time I heard of a quadruple. Go ahead and talk to me.
Hey, I'm gonna sprinkle everybody with the extra season. He was a quadruple OG, not no triple OG. He was a quadruple OG because when you sprinkle, you got 4 fingers. You sprinkle them with some seasoning.
Shout out E40, sprinkle me, baby.
Yeah, sprinkle me, baby. Hey, come on, E40. Hey,
40 water. Sprinkle me, baby. Go ahead, sprinkle with some more knowledge. They're getting tired of low talking, I guess. Talk
man. Hey, how can we ever get tired of hearing your stories, man? You know what? Maybe through, as I always say, through tragedy comes triumph. And how you said you got at 7 years old, you don't really have a choice in You don't have a choice, right? You're being raised by someone else. So you didn't have a choice in that matter, being exposed to some of the things that you were exposed to, or like how some people are exposed to some of the things that they're exposed to. And they grow into adults and they wonder, oh, why did I go through this? Or why did I go through that? Well, sometimes, motherfucker, you ain't have no choice. It's just life, man. So it's like, I can say it like this, man. You can either let that affect you in a negative manner, or you could take it and use that as energy and fuel in a positive manner to elevate yourself to a different kind of plateau. So are you still going to continue like how you say something happened to you bad at 7 years old? You talk about it because you're comfortable with being uncomfortable while you with two niggas talking, because it's therapy, not therapy. Shout out the podcast. Some people will still harp on that and it'll allow them to still do negative in their life, man, which is unfortunately very disappointing, that people will take past trauma and let it inflict them in such a negative manner, man, that they can't move forward in life, man. You're supposed to progress. Supposed to progress in life. I'll give everybody some game right now. Here's a perfect example. When you 5 years old, you might get your first bicycle, whatever. You might get it younger, but let's just say 5 years old. You get your first bike. Got training wheels on it. You riding that motherfucking bike with the motherfucking training wheels on it. Oh, man, you excited, man. You got the new bike, man. You riding. You with the other kids. You got the shiny new bike, man. You 5, 6 years old, man. Oh, boy, you out there having a good time. I got the stringers on it with the little flappy flap. You might put some tennis balls in there in the wheels. You might put the cart on it to go blah, 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 while you rolling. You having a good time while you 5, man. Now, what the hell happens when you take them training wheels off, man? Ooh, boy, you a little scared. You a little scared, man. You're scared to take them training wheels off because you might fall. But it's going to happen because you got to take the training wheels off at some point. The whole reason why I say that is about evolving. So it's like past trauma that people still harp on in a negative manner instead of taking that and figuring out a way to turn it into positivity and burn that shit as fucking fuel to be successful. Because you got to take the training wheels off at some point. So you got to take the trauma off at some point. You can't let it keep weighing you down. You got to take it and say, I went through it for a reason. Now, is that reason going to destroy me, or is it going to make me stronger? And am I going to wear it like armor? Because now I've been through that situation and I know how to navigate through that situation. And I could see the others around me maybe going through a similar situation. And I know how to direct them out of it. Like how you said, man, we are here for a reason and a purpose, man. And sometimes a lot of people have to go through something in order to realize that purpose. Everybody has a superpower. Someone's superpower could be listening. Someone's superpower could be talking. Someone's superpower could be watching. Someone's superpower could be building the next Empire State Building. Someone's superpower could be being the best pilot. Someone's superpower could be being the best therapist. You got to figure out your superpower in this game called life, man. Once you figure that out and you're happy within, ooh, man, the world's a beautiful motherfucking place. But sometimes you got to go through that motherfucking trauma, dog, in order to get to it. So,
right. And a lot of people make excuses. Thank you so much, Jay.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize, the connection me and Jay have, but we've been through a lot together, man, and just kind of to harp on that, man. Like, stay true to yourself and never give up on yourself, man. I'm not gonna say anything more negative. I don't need to. And I'm just glad I'm alive. I had multiple opportunities to have another life and chance, and I'm truly blessed to be here every second of life. And this is I'm rich already. I got out what I wanted to do this Saturday, literally, because last weekend I couldn't go because my lawyer was tied up. But this weekend I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get my baby, and then that's all I sought out to do in rehab, to get to the top, get a car, get my license, get insurance, get my own place, get my babies. That's it. I'm done. So anything other than this day, I'm good. I don't have to have $1 million, $1 trillion. I'm happy and at peace because I sought out what to do for myself and my God, and I did it.
Well, I
and I did it, and I did it because I did not drink, I did not do coke, I did not do Percocet, I didn't do anything. I do smoke weed because it's medically prescribed to me because I have a high heart rate and it calms me down. That's why my mom gave it to me when I was a child, because I was very hyper and had ADHD. And that's because she was doing drugs when I was in her womb, right? So I encourage everybody to seek out rehab or help or something, or even talk and come on here. I have certificates, I've been through it, I am your hood therapist and Jay is too, because
This is why we
we've
call
been
this
through
shit
that thing called
comfortable being
life.
uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Two
We've
niggas
been
talking
right,
therapy, not therapy,
right,
man. Well, that's what I was just
right.
tying in what you said. This is why we call it
Yeah, go
comfortable
ahead.
being uncomfortable. Two niggas talking therapy, not therapy, man. Sometimes you gotta sometimes a lot of people hold something in. Sometimes you got to get off your chest, man, because you got to bounce it off the walls. You got to bounce it off other people, man. Not that you really care about other people's opinions, but just to get something off your chest, because you never know. You might get some feedback that will be positive for you. A lot of times it's going to be negative, but it's up to you not to let it affect you in a negative manner, man, because misery loves motherfucking company. And there's some miserable motherfuckers out there, man. A lot of miserable motherfuckers, man. They're so unhappy in their own skin,
And
you
then
know?
they mad. Then they mad at somebody else for being happy and pursuing what they sought out to do. That's mind blowing. Like I will never. I will always encourage. If you want to sell ketchup, I'm gonna encourage you to sell ketchup. If you want to, it don't matter what you want to do. Low got your Lawrence, whatever you want to call me. I got your back, and that's how I always been. Now, did I do some certain things at certain times? Absolutely, we all did.
Well,
We all did.
you go through negative in order to understand the positive. Not everything in life is supposed to be all sunshines and motherfucking rainbows, man. Sometimes in life, you like I said, you take them training wheels off, you're gonna fall down, you're gonna get a scar, and it's gonna happen. But you get back up on that bicycle and you try it again. And then sooner or later, while you're riding that bike, you get to go for a speed bump. And then you catch a little air and you're like, ooh, that felt so good. And next thing you know, you might be jumping off of curbs. And then maybe next thing you know, you putting some pegs on it. You trying to grind. I mean, not me, because I was a little too scared to grind. I was happy with riding the bike, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying some people, they want to push the envelope a little further. So in life,
Hey, let me stop you real quick. I got a
yeah.
true story. So that big hill that's over where's that? By the old Kmart. That on the very top, like over there by I forgot. I ain't been to Cali in so long. Anyway, so we used to live. I don't even think y'all need to know where I used to live anyway. But we lived on the very top of the hill. And speaking of bike, I can't make this up. The training wheels was not on. I went all the way down from the very top of that hill, flying at a very young age. And maybe that's a sign where, boy, you are not scared of nothing. I literally went from the very top all the way to the bottom. It was
Without the training
flying,
wheels
boy.
on. Without the training,
And
but
without the training wheels
how
on.
good did it feel
And
though?
I
How
was a
good did it feel?
baby. Huh?
How good it was a little scary, but how good did it feel as a kid to know that you could do that?
Amazing, because I was living that life, right? My mom had true story. My mom had like a little gun, and we were just about to move from our apartments, our little baby gun. I would hide in the back, and I shot at the apartment window, and the whole glass window shattered. The lady was like, "Oh!" I ran in the house, threw the gun out.
You're crazy,
Of course,
yeah. Hey, this motherfucker can see a gun. Let me shoot out the window and shit. I mean, thank God you shot the window.
That's guilt. It wasn't a gun. It was like a BB gun. But
Oh,
that's
BB
getting
gun.
faith. Not with a
No,
grill gun, stupid. No,
I
my
know. I
mom
thought,
gave
I thought you said gun. You said BB gun. My bad.
no, a BB gun. I mean, right? No, but she had it. She had a whip. She carried the 22 in the braces.
You pull that thing out.
But
Wow.
yeah, she let me go outside because she was inside, in the garage.
Yeah. Doing some things, doing some adult things, man.
Crazy stuff. Doing some adult things. Yeah, but that's crazy how you said, DJ, that really had me laughing when you said disappointed.
Hey man, people be like Jay. They be like Jay, man. You talk a lot of shit. I said, no, nigga. I talk a lot of truth, man. People got a problem with the truth, man. Hey, sometimes the truth is ugly, and that's why God made me so pretty. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's why God made me so pretty, boy. Just like you too. You know what I'm saying? You pretty ass nigga too, dog. That's why God made us so pretty.
No. And I say God is great. God is great.
Oh, God is great, man. But a lot of people always tend to forget too. God exists within you, man. The Bible teaches you. I'm not all super biblical and stuff like that. I don't be getting all up in the Bible. I don't be going to his house every Sunday. But if you believe in energy, positive and negative, heaven and hell, God and the devil and all that, God exists within you. So the whole point is to be able to bring out the best within yourself. Because when you bring out the best within yourself, you will bring out the best in somebody else, and you will pull them up from some certain kind of trenches, man. That's why it's so hard when people are living a certain kind of lifestyle, man. It's hard for them to get out of that lifestyle because they're getting so in tune with it. Let me put everybody up on some game right now. One of the coldest books I fucking highly suggest everybody go motherfucking read, which I can guarantee you a lot of niggas won't. White, black, Asian, I don't give a fuck. A lot of people won't go pick up this book, man. One of the coldest books I ever read in my life, man, is written by Napoleon Hill. It's called Outwitting the Devil. Cold ass book. And it's an easy read too, because it's a question and answer kind of thing. So basically, Napoleon Hill is having like an interview with the devil where he's asking him questions and the devil's answering. And he's like, oh, well, I can't answer that. Maybe you need to ask me in a different kind of way. Okay, well, how do you control people? How do you do this? Oh, well, I do it through music. I do it through television. I do it through this. I do it through that. Blah, blah, blah. It's a cold ass read, man. It really opens up your mind, man, to looking at things in a different capacity than just what's in front of you. As Pops would say, some people can't see the forest from the trees. Some people can't look at the bigger picture. They only look at right here, you know, what's right in front of them. But if you look, what's funny, man, if people really think about it, right? Life is like a peephole, right? When you all the way back from the door and you're this far, the peephole is this small. But as you get closer to that peephole, right? Boom, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you can see through the door. Life is like a peephole, man. And when you stand far from the door, man, it's this small. You're like, I can't see nothing. Because you ain't focused. You got to get in tune, baby. You got to get in tune and up into that peephole, man, and look out and see what's out there. You know? So it's a trip that some people in life just stay stuck where they at, man, because some people can't see the forest from the trees. They stuck in a rut. They stuck in doing the same routine, the same thing every day, being miserable. And then they wonder why they're so miserable. It's because you keep doing the same fucking shit over and over and over. Get your ass up and do something different, man. Stop being a disappointing ass grown up. Take the motherfucking training wheels off. Get your black ass out there, or your white ass out there, your yellow ass out there, your brown ass out there, whatever kind of ass you got, big, fat, tall, small, large, wide, goddamn double size. Who gives a fuck? Get your ass up and go do something. You know, a lot of motherfuckers just sit on their ass and don't do shit. Get your ass up and go do something. You know what I'm saying?
I do, man. And that's so I wake this is my like day. Like I get up, I will go to the gym, you know, I'll go straight to the sauna for like 30 minutes. You know, that immediately again is gonna not only wake you up, but it's just I promise you, like it is going to help every bit of your health with your heartbeat, with getting those toxins out if you do decide to drink, you know, that night. And then the rest of your day is going to go fantastic because you already accomplished one small goal, and that's for yourself. And that's what people need to do is not only worry about themselves, but take care of yourself. You only have one life to live, so why not live it to the fullest? Like Jay said, do something different. You know, I got books everywhere that I have not pulled out in forever. I'm reading them. You know, I do the gym. I do seek out and help people daily, you know, and this isn't something I want attention for. This is something that my great grandmother did, Geraldine Colson, again, the one that owned I Do Weddings and multiple wedding chapels out there. She baptized me twice. I am her. I've been praying every day, multiple times since the last time I saw her. And she didn't remember who I was. And then right before I left, she did. And again, she was going to give me all of that. But then, you know, family members got involved. And again, I didn't want none of that. I didn't know I was a baby. But just know that the point is that she helped my mom from overdosing at 18 or I wouldn't be here. She's helped thousands of people out there, including me, right? And I am her. So obviously, I'm going to do what was taught to me by her. So, and I must never stop. And I'm going to keep going and I'm going to keep spreading the positive word. And I'm, you know, matter of fact, I got my boy that just got out of prison. He was in the sober home with me. He's about to sponsor me. He's got a clothing brand.
Okay. There we go.
I got another dude at the gym that is a beast, just trying to give me stuff. I'm like, nah, bro, like I don't want anything. Like, pay, you know, give me money for the next show. And I'm like, no, I don't want none of that. I just want the word to spread. And if I can save one life at a time and that trickle down to hopefully thousands, then 10,000s, then millions, then billions. That's my goal.
Which I appreciate you being like that, because if motherfucker want to give me something for free, I'm gonna take it. Give me all them goddamn shirts. Shit, I don't give a
Now
fuck.
look,
Give
no,
it
no,
to
no,
me.
no, no, no. I didn't say I did. I didn't say I turned that down.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
He's gonna be sending those soon. You're gonna be getting
All right,
some
all
as
right.
well.
That part. Okay, okay.
I
I'm
didn't
about to
say I
say,
turned it down. I said I let them be clear that I just am doing this
right,
genuinely,
right, right, right.
and
And now
they're genuinely.
let
I
me say
used to
something.
say no. I used to say no, right?
Okay.
But now I'm like, hey, bet, no
And
problem.
let
Say
me
no.
sprinkle in a little something else too, because earlier in the show you said, I understand that you're happy because you a lot of small things that you said, man, which a lot of people sometimes don't applaud themselves enough for. So you applaud yourself for getting your car, getting your insurance, getting your own place. Now you're at a point to where you can finally have your kids with you, which is awesome. I love that for you. Now one thing I do and don't appreciate. As you said, you don't need no $1,000,000. Now, fuck that. We'll take the goddamn $1,000,000, boy. Hey, if you gonna give it to Lo, don't give it to that nigga. Give it to me. I'll say, hey, we'll work that shit together, Lo. So, hey, I'm happy for you. Have all that. I'll give me the $1,000,000, goddamn it. I'll take that shit. I'm gonna run with it straight to the moon, boy. Put me in a spaceship. I'm out this motherfucker. Woo-wee. Boy, you say you don't want no $1,000,000? I'll take it. Give me that $1,000,000. I'm just saying. I'm very proud of you for the small accomplishments, man. But man, boy, somebody got $1,000,000. Give it to him. If you don't want to give it to him, give it to me. I know exactly what to
I
do with it.
just want to. I just want to be happy, and I do want to. I do know that we have a Netflix or Hulu documentary movie with our lives. That would be dope. Again, I'm just humble, bro. I don't. I'm very humble. I got told that I'm the same person as I was today, and I know I'm not. You're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get under my skin anymore. Like I'm not gonna give you the reaction that you're looking for. Like I'm not gonna get upset. Like I'm not
What?
drunk no more.
And you shouldn't, and you shouldn't, and a lot of people shouldn't as well, because sometimes people only say something to you to get a reaction out of you. It kind of almost ties in with what Pops taught me at a young age, man. When I was 13, like I told you in another episode, where Pops had said, "Boo boo, not everybody in life is gonna like what you have to say, but always remember, it's their choice to respond." Say it's vice versa as well too. Somebody can come up to you and be like, "You know what, Lo? I don't like you, you fucking pretty ass, fucking pretty smile, curly Q, fucking fit ass, handsome ass
And I'll
motherfucker. I can't."
tell them because I'm so deuces. Because again, my black side from Virginia. Keep going.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's your choice to respond. Like, see, a lot of people, like, okay, let's say you in traffic, right? Let's say you in traffic. Some motherfuckers, let's say you cut somebody off. You make a little mistake. Somebody honks at you. Beep. You can get some road rage and be like, "Oh, fuck you back," or you can just choose to ignore them. And sometimes ignoring them actually enrages them more, and it gets under their skin more because they were expecting a reaction out of you. So sometimes no reaction is the best reaction, especially when you're on a certain wavelength of positivity, man, and growth. It's always the people that don't want to see you grow and elevate. They're going to try to drag you back down. So when you're on your path of success, sometimes it's better not to even fucking respond, because it's not worth the time. As Pops would say, the most, and this is game for everybody right here. I've said this to my nephew, who I love to death 1,000 times. I can't wait to say it to my nieces that one just turned 18, the other one's I think 15. Anyway, that's another story. But I can't wait to give them this game that Pops blesses with, man, because it all needs to trickle down to the family, to the kids, nieces and nephews, sons and daughters. Uh, Pops will always say the most motherfucking important asset that you have is time. Because if you fuck your hair up, you can grow it back out. The glasses break, you can go buy another one. T-shirt rips, you can go buy another one. You lose a job, you can get another one. You lose money, you can get more money. The one asset that everybody has is time. And once you spend it, you can never get it back. So invest wisely. Invest very wisely in your time, your energy, and who you pour it into, and the things that you pour it into. Sometimes you pour so much energy into someone or something and it's not reciprocated. That's okay. That's life. Now you know that when you see certain signs in somebody, okay, I'm not going to go and invest time and energy into that person. And then that's why when you're on a path of success, people will be like, oh, he changed. No, motherfucker, because the last time I was trying to do this, you wasn't pouring the same energy into me. So now that I'm not paying attention to you no more, now it bothers you. Well, I don't want to waste no more motherfucking time on your DG ass, because you a disappointing motherfucking grown up, and I'm trying to be a motherfucking OG, triple OG, quadruple OG, motherfucking cinquental OG. Goddamn it, I'll come with some new shit up in this motherfucking clip. That shit, nigga. God damn it, you're invasive. I'm put that shit on a shirt, nigga. Quadruple and cinquental
It's
OG,
just,
nigga.
it's just, it's just very unfortunate. And this is a lot of people in their cities that they don't want to see you shine in the city. They want to like be the best, and they don't want to see, the next person up. And that's horrible, man. Like I want to see everybody win, everybody fulfill their dream, and maybe that is because I was, had that young life, and grew up to be the opposite. When certain family members are racist against me because of what, my mom was the only one that had black kids out of the 11 kids, and I had to be the one to go to Alaska and get some of that racism, kissing the top of my uncle's shoe and then going in the bathroom, washing my lips till they start bleeding. And then my mom was like, why are your lips bleeding? I was like, oh, Uncle Dale made me kiss the top of his shoe after he just stepped in shit. She punched him in his face. Like, see my grandma giving coins that were expensive to my other cousins. And then I'm getting, like the dirt. But my grandpa always stayed loyal because, that's my mom's dad. And my mom was the oldest, and that's all I'm gonna say. I was the prince. I was the baby. Okay. So that's all I'm gonna say about that, But I'm truly, again, blessed to even be here on this earth. And so I'm gonna take advantage, like you said, on this earth and not just stay stagnant, not be comfortable with just staying around. I am not comfortable with staying around. I already am crazy enough and got ADHD. I gotta stay busy and do stuff. And
Moving and grooving,
the key thing to staying sober, I will tell you, is to keep yourself busy. Do stuff like Jay said. Go ride a bike again. Go again. Right. Walk. Go get some vitamin. Fresh vitamin D. Go do something. And I found myself even like not too long ago in a depressed state where I didn't do nothing like that for the past 2-3 years. But that's the situation I put myself in. Once I removed myself from that situation, God just made things happen. And that's that's just him. It's me. I put myself a little bit for it, but I mean, I'm living through him, So
okay, let me ask you a question. You said something about you find yourself in a depressed state. Here's do you believe in depression?
Yes, because I had to deal with it, if that makes sense. Like I was in a very depressed state because of the child support, because of the fact I couldn't see my kids when I wanted, the fact that I was getting taken away, the fact that I was told that I couldn't do this, the fact that I'm constantly struggling financially and still trying to push forward in this thing called life. Absolutely, that was depressing, and it gave me a lot of anxiety. All right. Every day having to stress over that is very depressing and it's not just that. It was the position I knew that wasn't going to work, and again, I removed myself from that situation, and because I know better, and the things happen,
Okay. All right. I just asked that because, not to say that.
What do you feel? I mean, what do you feel about because you've never been depressed or down or.
I mean, everybody gets down. I mean, shit. When Pops passed, I mean, that was a very hard and tough moment, of course, because you're losing somebody that you're rocking, that supported you, and life. The one hardest thing about losing Pops was the fact that I lost a support system that I didn't even know that I had until it was gone. Meaning that my father was the one person that in my life, period, above anybody else that's here now. My father was the one person. Pops was the one motherfucking person. I love my brother to death, and I love a lot of people, but Pops was the one fucking person I could talk to this nigga about anything and everything, and he would never make me feel judged. He would never make me feel like there was something wrong with me for thinking the way that I thought, or judging me, or saying that I was wrong, or what have you. I could just talk to Pops about any fucking thing. I could tell Pops that, you know what, I want to start planting 1,000 trees. Just, I'm not saying that's a conversation I have. I'm just giving an example. So who the fuck wakes up and says they want to plant 1,000 trees, and possibly be like, all right, boo boo, how you gonna do it? Figure it out. Not he wouldn't ask a question as to, oh well, why the fuck would you want to fucking plant 1,000 trees? And a lot of people are like that in life. And I'm very blessed to have a father like I did. For one, that fought for custody of his 2 boys, a black man against a white woman in Texas in the 80s, and got full custody. I'm very blessed to have that because I saw structure. My father taught me a lot. He taught a lot of people a lot. So when you say depression, it's hard for me to acknowledge it, because it's almost like, as Pops would say, the devil is only allowed in your house if you open the door and you welcome the nigga in. That's the only way the devil's allowed in your house. So when it comes to your mind, right, if this is your temple, it's, you understand that there's a thing called depression there, but if you pay attention to it, that's just going to eat at you. You are opening up a cavity and a space in your mind, man, to allow that to seep in. And I don't
You
want
gotta keep in mind. You gotta keep in mind too, not to cut you off, but mind you, I was drinking, smoking, doing drugs as young as 7, right?
I
So
completely understand. You just asked
but
him.
listen,
No, you said your story. No, you said yours, and I'm just giving you my opinion. So that's all you asked. You asked the question. I asked you the question.
I was just jumping. I was just adding to it.
So for me, it's hard for me to. I don't choose to acknowledge it in its existence, because I don't. Yeah, does depression happen? I'm sure it does, and I know that people go through it. But for me personally, just the way that I stay victorious is that I understand that it's there, but I won't allow it to seep into my life, because like what Pops would always say, I'm too blessed to be stressed. I always try to stay positive. Of course, it's always hard to stay positive. A nigga can't stay positive 24/7. Nobody doesn't have frustrating days where they look at themselves in the mirror and they're like, man, what the fuck am I doing with myself? But you have to go through that in order to be able to grow and maintain. When you allow yourself to stay in a vegetative and depressive state, you're not growing. So you got to shake that shit off. What's the easiest way to do it? Out of sight, out of mind. Out of
What
sight,
I was gonna say,
that's all.
I wasn't gonna say you're wrong. I wasn't saying that at all. What I was trying to say is you got to keep in mind that I've never been sober, is what I was saying. So now I have those times. Now you're starting to know yourself again, to figure things out. So that part is it's very hard, especially you're doing it all your life. I'd never had really a break. Even when I was in the group home, I found a way to do things, right? So as an adult, when I did that rehab and was able to detox, and then almost 6 years now, when you're able to, you're gonna be depressed. You're gonna feel all these different things that you've never felt before, because you've always numbed the pain, right?
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. That you just didn't let me finish on it. Like I had to find myself again. So those were times where I was going through everything, because I've never been sober my entire life, pretty much, right? So I was depressed. I did have you had to go through, like, there was a lot of different feelings I really never felt, because I'm numbing it. You know what I mean? So
you took the training wheels off.
It's not like I was depressed and it stopped me, obviously, right? So you have to
go.
I wasn't saying it. You know what I mean? Like
there you go. That's what I'm saying. You took the training wheels off. You put on the things that were restricting you, which was alcohol or drugs or whatever the fuck it was that wasn't allowing this right here to think clearly, right? You took that shit off. And now it's like you a fucking bird that fucking finally flying for the first motherfucking time, man. You out here in the universe.
You better put some respect on my name and give me an eagle.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a bird.
Or an owl. Or an owl. Shout out to Drake. OVO, Simon.
And nigga, you act like I called you a pigeon or something. Nigga, I said bird, goddamn it.
You said a bird. You better specify. I want to be a special bird.
Okay, you know what's cold?
I'm not just no ordinary bird.
You know what's colder than a owl or eagle, man, is the peregrine. I can't remember. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but there's a motherfucking falcon that flies higher than the eagle. That when he drops and he goes to his prey, this motherfucker travels at something crazy like 200 fucking miles an hour. That's the kind of motherfucker I feel like I am. If I'm gonna be a bird, I'm gonna be that nigga, because that motherfucker travels way too goddamn fast. And that's me.
You better specify the bird, nigga.
Well, hey, you ain't no Flappy Bird. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't no pigeon. I ain't no pigeon. And I ain't no scrub. Shout out TLC.
TLC, yeah, no scrub. Hey, amen. No, but like you said, you took the training wheels off, man. You took the training wheels off, and now that you have closed a chapter in your life, and now you go through it. So it's not saying that you weren't depressed. It's not saying that people aren't depressed, man. I understand that those things exist, but it's not allowing. It's also having the power to understand that you are not going to put a label on yourself and be like, and for people that are going through it, I'm depressed. Okay, yes, you can be depressed, but get through it, go through it. Understand that there's a bigger goal at the end of it, to a bigger picture there that you have to focus on. So that's what you get that shit out of your mind and focus on what's bigger. And you understand, you acknowledge that it's there. You know, it's like a person who's looking at a weight, right? You're looking at the bench press and you're like, fuck, that's a lot of weight. Damn, I don't know if I can go bench press that. Now I'll deal with that later. I'll get to it later. And then the next day you come back and you look at it, you're like, oh, maybe I might try it today. Let me just try the bar. Let me not put no weight on. Let me just bench press the bar. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, it felt good. Oh, okay. Oh, I like that. And then you start to see a little change. Oh, let me put on some more weight. Oh, bench press some more. Oh, not the chest starting to pop, the shoulders starting to pop. Oh, I like this feeling. You know, you get this feeling. It's like the same thing of going through stages of now, I don't want to say negativity or depression, but going through stages that aren't as progressive as they should be. That's a different way to label it. Going through stages that aren't as progressive as they should be, right? Not putting a negative connotation on it, because depression usually has a negative connotation associated with it. So going through stages that aren't as positive as they should be. That's what we can call it, I guess. So that's just my way of maybe saying that, hey, I acknowledge it, but I also choose not to let it define me. And I'm not saying that it defines you. I'm just saying that sometimes you got to be able to put a twist on it, acknowledge that it does exist, and just get through it and be like, all right, I'm ready to hit that motherfucking bench press of motherfucking life, because I'm ready to progress, baby. I'm ready to have the motherfucking the titties popping and shit, shoulders popping. I'm ready to walk around this bitch with my motherfucking shirt off, because I'm a motherfucking star. You know what I'm saying? I'm Lawrence motherfucking Evans out this bitch.
Let me put some, so I can tell you a reason why you probably never had really. I mean, not saying that you haven't been through stuff, but your dad, Pops, shout out Pops, that's my dad too. You had it your whole life,
I'm
right?
very
Until
glad.
like not too long, right?
Very
so
glad.
so you having him every day, all day, you know, that's the reason why you weren't really feeling like that, for one, because you not only had him, you had the drive, you already had the happiness. You always had, my nigga. You know,
Yeah.
you always had him, and you know that I respect so much, and I love you so much more than you could even imagine. This is so fulfilling to my heart that we are, you know, comfortable with being uncomfortable. TNT, two Nigs talking, and because of that is because of how we grew up. We grew up together,
Yeah,
you
of
know.
course.
You know, when others have not. So it only makes sense for this to pop off because we grew up together. It makes more sense. My boy Rex Parker, you know, that I'm gonna still put on the show, the one I said, the freestyle king, blah blah blah. He hit me up, bro, today, and you know, he's another like-minded individual, light skin. He's gonna be on here, right? And just just by us being together like this and people seeing us back together, hey, look, it was destined. You know, our parents were brought together. They both passed away and brought us together. Well, I don't know if my mom, again, Gail, you know, if you're still alive, mom, you know, hey, come on, put us on the movie or something, or just show your face. Okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
But our lives were the same, right? As far as low key how we grew up with our mom. My mom, I just didn't have the father figure. Maybe that's why I'm more sensitive. That's why I'm more sensitive. And then I was the baby, and then you had a male strong figure, so you've always been, you know, very very alpha male. You know,
That is so true. I'm so happy that you can acknowledge that, and hopefully people will understand it too. This is a great example of why I commend you so much for that acknowledgement right there, because a lot of people sometimes, as you said, you have to go through stuff in order to get to the stage, and understanding yourself, man, that's so fucking beautiful what you just said. Understanding, okay, maybe because I didn't have this figure in my life, this is why I am the way that I am, and maybe that's why this person is the way that they are. Understanding other people is one thing that will help you go far in this motherfucking game called life, man. Applause to you. Hats off to you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? For acknowledging that, because it's so true. Sometimes when you're raised by a man, or you're raised by a woman, or you're raised by both parents, or you're raised by an auntie, or you're raised by a grandma, there's certain values and traits that you are going to pick up off of people, and certain traits that you're going to lack. And it's understanding that, comfortable being uncomfortable while two niggas is talking, because it's therapy, not therapy. Understanding that, and understanding the difference in what makes this person tick and what makes that person tick. Well, I think I got to sneeze. Bless me. Pardon me, y'all. Sorry about the sneeze. I'm too blessed, I guess.
One more time for us.
You said what?
Go ahead and finish. I was like, one more time for Make a Wish. I was being funny. You know?
Oh yeah. And shout out to the ladies earlier, man, at daycare, man. I appreciate them, jumping in, man. That's so beautiful what they do for the kids out there, man. As we say, hopefully this helps other people out there. I mean, I don't give a fuck if you're motherfucking 2 or you're 20 or you're motherfucking 200 years old, man. You're never too old to learn something new in this game called life. Always keep an open mind. Try to understand people more than you understand yourself sometimes. But first, you have to understand yourself. And once you understand yourself, then you can understand people. Because how can you understand people if you don't understand yourself? How can you love other people if you don't love yourself? So, what with us, I guess it's kind of almost time to wrap up anyway. So it's a good moment, I guess, to end it on. Try to understand yourself first in order to understand people, man. Have conversations with people that make you uncomfortable so you can be comfortable being uncomfortable. And then try to see someone else's point of view. Try to put yourself in that person's shoes before you not judge, but before you become opinionated on what they're saying. Put yourself
or have anything to say, right?
Yeah.
You know, and we do shout out the ladies, Miss Monica,
and
Miss Karina, you know, and you know, this is what it's about. You know, is giving back and being comfortable with being uncomfortable. Again, two niggas talking. We love y'all. You know, this is only the beginning. I am going to continue to push out as much as I can. You know, and just out of love. You know, we want everyone to win. We want everybody to squash whatever. If you hold that stuff in, it eats you up more, you know, and it's going to make you madder. You know, you got to let stuff go. Let it go. I have, you know, I wish everyone the best. You know, I love all y'all. And, you know, this journey, you know, I chose, you know, I had to do it solo. And then I got blessed with having my best friend and brother. Like, he is my brother. Let's just put that out here. He is my brother. Yes, I have another brother, but Jay, motherfucker, he's either harder. He is my brother, regardless, period. Like, more than my own. Because he always, he gave me the tough love, but then he always had my back. You know, regardless of whatever situation happened. Look at where we are now, right? We squashed all that little kid stuff and all those little things that we both grew up as an adult and proper adulted and put stuff aside to have a better life together, right? So, you know, we love everyone. We encourage everyone to get the proper help they need, whether it's rehab, whether it's therapy, whether it's going outside, working out, riding a bike.
Or whether it's tuning into the podcast too, nigga, you know what I'm saying? You tune in here to get your therapy too, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to go out and get some sunlight. We could shine some sun on you through us, you know what I'm saying? We use positive energy. So check out the motherfucking podcast too, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Follow me on IG. Follow me on IG. I haven't said it on LOWE. Evans, EVANS. Again, it's just like the store, LOWE Evans, EVANS, on everything really. And it's funny, true story. I'm gonna go out of here. You know, I worked at Lowe's, so I was low at Lowe's, and when I was at Lowe's, I had the most, like, because you get a badge for accomplishments, bro. I had like 18 badges or more than people that's been there for. So the point is like, whatever. Just as when I was a kid, I taught myself how to play ball or whatever. I am if people don't know, again, Kobe Bryant, you know, was my Michael Jordan, Mamba mentality. My drive, even in basketball, anything, has always been straightforward, and that's what Jace said. You move forward and you run it through like a rhino, and you don't stop for nothing or nobody until you make it to the top, whether it's in life or heaven. Anything to say before we get out of here, Jay?
Man, I'll just end it with everybody. I hope y'all have a blessed ass motherfucking day. Hopefully everybody's got some positivity from this. And I'm gonna hit y'all with, I'm gonna end it on a note of, I hope everybody gets some PLP in their life. PLP, some peace, love, and positivity, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Hope
and that,
everybody
and
gets
we
some, go ahead.
peace, love, and
Positivity.
tell them. And this is comfortable with being uncomfortable. TNT Two Nigs Talk. We gonna give a shout out again one more time to the ladies, Miss Monica, Miss
Yeah.
Antoinette,
Blessings to
Miss
them.
Karina, the daycare. This is in Texas City. They're all over. Again, IG, Instagram, everything is LOWE.Evans, EVANS. Jay, I love you, boy. I'll talk
Love
to
you
you
too, big dog.
soon. This
Yes, sir.
show, we got another show tomorrow, tonight, the next day. It's on and popping. This
Coming
is
soon
Two
to a
Dicks Talk.
screen. Coming
Huh?
soon to a screen near you.
And we are out. We love you guys. Have a blessed
Bye-bye now.
day.
Peace.
Deuces.